What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pillar Sports. Today we are looking at Brentford versus Manchester United, the game of the weekend. It is going to be Saturday, 7:30, depending on where you are. This is going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one for the likes of Keith Andrews and also for Ruben Amorim. If you did not know, Keith Andrews is the new manager of Brentford. He basically took over the position when Thomas the Frank engine went to Tottenham Hotspur. So one thing is for sure, Brentford are still playing in quite similar of a style of play with the ability to then tweak some things, because Keith Andrews was somebody that was already in Brentford when he took over. He was already under the tutelage and the understanding of Thomas Frank, and he also plays his style of play. He plays his style of play. Now, Brentford does not have Brian Mbeumo, and Brentford does not have Jon Wissa, who went to Manchester United and Newcastle respectively. But they have Igor Thiago, who they brought last year, had the injury and was out for a long time. And they also have Sharder. Sharder is somebody that we saw last season do a big one. And so we need to be really careful with Brentford. Brentford are not a side to be slept on. You get me? They're not a side to be slept on. So without further ado, let's get into this. We are going to be talking about the predicted 11s, the injuries, style of play, who is the key person and the key players in this team. And of course, we are going to then end it with a prediction. So without further ado, guys, stay tuned. Make sure you guys hit that like and comment down below your predictions. Let's get this party started. So first things first, Brentford have definitely not had a great start to the season. They have not had a great start to the season. They are 17th place as we speak right now, losing 3, winning 1 against Aston Villa, which is crazy because Aston Villa are 18th in the league and has no win in the Premier League right now. So they won 1 against Aston Villa, losing 3 to Forest on the first day 3-1, losing to Sunderland 2-1, and losing to Fulham 3-1 last weekend, and also making the draw with Chelsea 2-2, which was a difficult one. I think they deserved to win that game, but they have a draw, and so they are on 4 points, -4, and they're definitely doing their own. While you see Manchester United are currently sitting mid-table with 11 at the 11th position with 7 points. Manchester United, of course, lost famously to Arsenal when we absolutely did a big one against Arsenal, and the best player, the best team did not win that day. We drew against Fulham, we won against Burnley, lost against City, and won against Chelsea. So we are 7th place and going into this game having more of an opportunity and more of what you would like to say on form than Brentford. But the truth about Brentford is that they are a really, really difficult side. The last 5 matches that we played, they have expected goals. They are definitely good. They are just coming into their own right now because of they have a new coach, they have a new style of play, even though it's something that is continuous, which is quite clever from the hierarchy of Brentford to just continue with the style of play because it has worked. They have been kept in the Premier League for so long by Thomas Frank, and that was absolutely brilliant for them to do. They have new players like Henderson leading the line from the midfield. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Kayode, that they had last season, but he was on loan last season, and now they have permanent his deal to Brentford. They have who was arguably the best number 2 goalkeeper in Kelleher. They have Ethan Pinnock, Lewis Porter, Damsgaard, who is their best player, and Shad, of course. And of course, Thiago Igor is absolutely balling different ways. So we got to give him credit. He has 2 goals already this season. And if you guys even listen to what I just said there, I basically just named my predicted starting 11 for Brentford. I'm going to do it right now so you guys absolutely know it. It's basically Kelleher, Ethan Pinnock, and Collins, and then Van der Berg as the 3. And then the wing back, you're going to be having Kayode and Lewis Porter. In the 3 midfield is going to be the likes of Damsgaard, Henderson, and Yarmolenko. and then you were going to have Igor, Thiago, and Shad being the two attacking players. So those are going to be the first 11 in my mind with Brentford. Now, the situation about this thing is that they have a really good bench. But unfortunately, one of a really, really talented guy is Gustavo Gomez. Gustavo Gomez is injured with a hamstring. He's a forward, really good goals in terms of his scoring attempts. Unfortunately, he's still a young player, 19 years of age, from Brazil. He's injured with a hamstring injury and he won't be back until around early of October. Now let's start with Manchester United. Manchester United are coming off a really good win against Chelsea, where they played out of their minds. You understand? They played out of their minds, and I think going into this game, we need to be clever. We need to be clever because they can burn us really, really bad. They play with two strikers. Which is a return to the old style of football, where Vidic and Ferdinand had to play 1v1 the entire 90 minutes. So we need to make sure that we need the defense tight. We need control. We need understanding. And that is where Matthijs de Ligt comes into play. The defense for me, for Manchester United, is going to be, which I'm going to basically start my predicted lineup for Manchester United. I still believe that we are going to see the likes of Ben Yedder, Binder come into the team. We're going to have Luke Shaw. This is the key part. I'm going to bring Matthijs de Ligt back into the middle and bring on Lenny Yoro, because Damsgaard, Sharde on that side is going to be a lot. You understand? Thiago is going to be occupying de Ligt, and we need the pace to be able to cover the right-hand side. And then for the wing backs, I am going to be going with Mazraoui and Patrick Dogu. Why am I going with such a defensive lineup? Mazraoui because of his intelligence and his support of Yoro on that right hand side. Dogu because of the ability to just attack Kayode, because Kayode is going to be a wing back too that is going to be pushing up as much as possible. So we need to pin him back, and when we do, we get more opportunities than we expect. And in the midfield, Casemiro, of course, has a red card from the stupid thing that he did at Chelsea. So I think he's suspended for this game, and that will be it, because 2 yellow cards and a red card is for 1 game suspension. So Casemiro is going to be it's not going to be here in this game. So I believe this is the opportunity where you would see Manu Ugarte. You get me? So it's going to be Manu Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, Mbeumo playing against his former team. This is a good time for Mbeumo to score a goal in the Premier League. Playing against his former team is just written in the stars at this point. And then starting up front is going to be Benjamin Šeško. So that is my 11 for Manchester United. Yes, we can talk about why is Sonny Lemons not in the team yet. How are we not giving likes of Aid in Heaven an opportunity yet. All those things are things that we need to focus on. And then I just don't think those guys have commanded their place in the team yet. For Sonny Lemons, I believe it's more of a situation that we want to bed him in slowly but surely, but not just force him into the team. In Heaven, I truly believe it's more of a situation where the team and the defense is playing so well right now that you have to basically break into it, and it will be an FA Cup kind of situation for Aid in Heaven. So that is what I see for that. And then for Kobe Mainoo, it's just going to be a tough one because it is Casemiro that goes out, and we need a little bit more of a defensive kind of shape when we have Bruno Fernandes in that midfield. If Bruno moves up and then Ahmad goes to the right back, then I would say Kobe Mainoo comes in. But for right now, and I truly believe based on this starting 11, which I predict that Ruben Amorim is going to play, this will be the most balanced thing for us to do. Of course, we have made back and Matheus Cunha back, but I don't believe that they are ready for 90 minutes yet. I think we hold off a little bit and make sure that they are ready for it. So they might come on halftime, they might come on the 65th minute, but I think we do have enough for us to win this game comfortably without them coming on. So let's talk about the key players of the game. Of course, the key tackles in this situation is going to be Kayode versus Patrick Dogu. Patrick Dogu absolutely needs to win this. It is going to be Manu Ugarte versus Henderson. Manu Ugarte absolutely needs to win this. And finally, it's going to be Thiago versus Matthias de Ligt. Those are key positions that we need to win our battles. If we win those battles over there, I believe that we win this game. And now for the top scorers and the key players of this game, it is going to be Igor, Thiago, and Bruno Fernandes. Igor Thiago, with his entire game this season, has been 6.86 in terms of his ranking and his rating. For Bruno, it's been 7.74. They both have 2 goals each. Expected goals of 1.35 for Igor Thiago and 2.75 for Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno has basically gotten more big chances. And then for matches played, is 5 each. Bruno has no assist via the 5 goals, which is surprising. But of course, he's playing from the back end of the midfield. So I don't really see it as a big deal. So yes, that's what we are going to be seeing. So this is going to be a big game for Ruben Amorim to build on the success that he has had against Chelsea. And it's going to be the first time, if Manchester United win this game, that United gets back-to-back win for a very long time. I think it's since January of last year. That will be, honestly, biggest one that we would be able to just enjoy. Get back-to-back wins and leave this stadium with 3 points. And then we can then talk about our next game, who is going to be against... Who are we playing against next? After Brentford, if I'm not mistaken. Sunderland, which could be 3 wins in 3. That would be great. And then the guy with the throw is too bad, because it would have been 5 wins if Liverpool was not stacked bad in between those two. You understand? In between us winning against Sunderland and then facing Brentford. It's just quite disappointing for you. So that hair will continue growing a little bit more. Now, United can surprise us. That's the truth about it. We have seen us show up in those big games. We are yet to see it happen against Liverpool at Anfield. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, especially because Isak is then firing, has scored his first goal for Liverpool. Troubling. Hit that follow button, hit that like button, turn on your notifications. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because you do not want to miss anything that we do here on Pillar Sport. I will see you guys in the next one. Comment down below and get active. Peace.